What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. And if you are, be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam whatsoever. Arnold the Terminator will come to your house and absolutely terminate you. Anyways, guys, we got a Karen story for you guys today that was sent in by a subscriber, and basically a Karen made him quit his job. I guess a Karen didn't make him quit his job, but like he was so fed up with a Karen, and what he did was gonna get him fired anyway, so she kind of made him quit his job. It's a 50-50 title. I don't necessarily think that, you know, what he did was mean. It's pretty funny, but regardless, she in a way inadvertently got him fired. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it.
Chord to celebrate. it's not good. Nice rack in her ass Brazilian. Just turned 21, but my bank's a million. Swear I'm a little drunk, but it's a hell of a feeling.
Anyways, guys, what's up? As you know, Karens are a little bit of a thing here on the channel. Fighting Karens definitely keeps the lights on around here. So when I was scrolling through the IG DMs and saw like Karen made me quit my job, I was immediately interested. So I click on it, and I'm just gonna put it this way. This person worked, I should say, at a very popular sandwich chain that is also an underground train system, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. And underground train system sandwiches, for those of you who don't know how it works, basically like the owner of the store is kind of in charge of everything, and in return of being in charge of everything, they get to use the name of underground sandwiches, you know, because it's a very popular brand with a lot of recognition. So when it comes to like individual stores and whatnot, yes, there is like a corporate underground sandwiches, but basically like the person in charge of the store does kind of have the final say over everything. And regardless, the person in charge of the store is a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, to say the least, you know what I mean? And when all the orders to like put the masks on by law and nobody can be served without a mask were enforced, he was like, if police come in, you act like you're doing it, but if patrons come in not wearing a mask, I don't want you to say anything, you know, because like that's their right. He's a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. And I've seen a lot of stores putting in these policies about how like they don't want their employees to see anything now because middle-aged women are just losing their mind about having to wear a mask. But whatever, this owner for whatever reason was a little bit bizarre. So this person was wearing a mask because they're like, all right, it's cool that you don't believe in it, but I'm not trying to get it. So they're behind the counter making sandwiches, and one day this lady walks in and she immediately is a Karen, and you can judge based on the fact that like she's not wearing a mask, and it's not even like she's just not wearing a mask. She's wearing a shirt that says, I won't wear a muzzle, you know, with a picture of a face mask. And like, listen, okay, I understand masks might not be comfortable. I understand you might not want to wear them, but like, I think calling a medical mask a muzzle is a little bit extreme. Oh, the tool that we put around dogs' mouths so they literally can't open? That's the same thing as this little mask that literally sits over my mouth. Like, regardless of how you feel about masks, dude, a muzzle, come on, that's a little bit excessive. So, automatically a Karen, and like you said, the owner has kind of been like, whatever, if you're not wearing masks, like, I don't care. So, she walks up and she starts ordering a sandwich, and regardless of whether or not people are wearing masks, there's like a certain level of hygiene in being a person that like is just expected, you know what I mean? Like, expected, to say the least. Like, even if there wasn't a pandemic going around, if somebody is making your food, generally, like, you don't get really close to them and sneeze in their personal space. Like, that's just a normal thing to do, especially if there's a pandemic going around. And this lady, dude, is, like, touching all the glass. She's sneezing directly in this dude's face, you know? Like, to the point where he's feeling the particles of water, like, hitting his face. She's, like, coughing into her elbow and then, like, wiping her elbow on everything. Like, literally just, if she was trying to give everybody any illness she had, then she's doing a great job. And, you know, not wearing a mask, say what you want, I think it's kind of selfish personally, because, like, you know, everybody wants stuff to reopen. Nobody wants to be wearing a mask, but, like, look, we just gotta do what we gotta do for a little bit. It's all right. But this lady is, like, going above and beyond to give any disease that she has. Like, even if there wasn't a disease going around spreading across the world, I do not want a stranger I don't know, sneezing on me at work. Especially, you know, if I'm sneezing, or if I'm working with food. Like, that's even more disgusting. Like, oh, you sneezed on me and I'm making your sandwich. You want to eat the snot that you just propelled over here? Like, that's something that you want to do? So it's like hitting them in the face, but it's not, getting in the food or anything. And so after she sneezes a second time and like blasts his face with it, she doesn't cover her mouth, which I mean, dude, the fact that you made it to a second time alone is impressive. Like, you get some kudos from that from me. I think the first time a Karen sneezes on me during a global pandemic, not wearing a mask, I'm losing my mind. So she sneezes on him again and is basically like just right in front of him, sneezes, and the water just hits his face. And regardless of however you feel about the customer is always right, dude, when somebody sneezes in your face twice, you're gonna have a reaction. So the second sneeze, the person who sent me this just goes, "Oh my God," and like wipes their face off, which, pretty standard reaction to somebody like sneezing in your face. Call me crazy. Call me way out there, a crackpot conspiracy theorist, but "oh my God" is a pretty normal reaction to anyone just blasting your face with a Corona pepper sprayer. And like I said, even if the virus wasn't going around, that's a pretty normal reaction to somebody sneezing in your face. So he says, "Oh my God," and the lady is like, "Oh, is the little baby afraid of the virus?" Which, like, listen, first of all, why are you calling him a baby for not liking being sneezed on, as if that's weird? Like, what? "Oh, little baby? How would you like it if I walked into your job, Karen, and when you were just like crunching numbers as an accountant, I just blasted you with a bunch of snot?" Like, it's got nothing to do with the virus. I mean, first of all, yes, sneezing on people while there's a pandemic is definitely more rude, to say the least, but like, even if there wasn't one, nobody likes being sneezed on. That's just not something that people like. And if you do like being sneezed on, bruh, you're weird, I love how some people are like, "Oh, don't shame anyone for their interests." Nah, certain interests deserve to get shamed. That's just how it is. Getting sneezed on, enjoying that is weird. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just follow them, and that's bizarre. So she starts being like, "Oh, is the baby afraid of the virus?" And the response, obviously, is, "No, just why would you sneeze on me? That's disgusting." And she's like, "I'm disgusting?" and starts getting offended, which, no, he's not calling you disgusting, but he's not. I am. Like, yeah, you're kind of disgusting for sneezing on somebody, like, period. That's just not cool at all, especially twice. Like, how do you do that twice unless you purposely just do it, dude? Like, does this lady just walk around sneezing on people, like, trying to get them to get mad and then acting all high and mighty when she does? So regardless, he's like, "No, you're disgusting." So she gets mad about him being disgusting. Is like, "I want to talk to your manager now." So it just so happens to be that, like, it was the day of the week where the manager would come in and, like, do the inventory and all that stuff. Not the manager, the owner, I should say. So, like, the manager wasn't there. The owner was in the back. So the owner obviously hears all this commotion going on, and he comes out and he's like, "Oh, is there a problem here?" And she's like, "This disrespectful kid just called me disgusting, da-da-da-da-da." And so the owner is like, "Oh, what, do you have any explanation for yourself?" So the kid is like trying to explain the situation about how this grown lady just sneezed on him. And the owner is like, "Well, the customer is always right, like, how dare you be disrespectful? Who do you think you are to call him disgusting?" And listen, I'm going to be honest here. I'm a business owner, okay? What it is, y'all don't gotta matter. All you gotta know is that I do have employees. And dude, I give anybody who's ever worked for me or anyone who will ever work for me absolute permission to just go off if somebody sneezes on them for any reason, regardless of if there's a pandemic or not, dude. Like, I've never understood owners and bosses like this. Like, you do realize your employees liking you makes you way more money. I've worked in a lot of places where everybody hated the boss, and trust me, we were all super lazy. And every place I've worked where the boss was nice and treated us with respect, we returned the respect by working hard, dude. So he just sells this kid out and is basically like, the customer is always right even when they're blasting you with all their snot. And then it gets ridiculous, dude. The boss looks at him and is like, "You owe her an apology." And he's like, "I owe her an apology," And I guess this kid at this point is like, whatever. My boss can be like, the customer is always right in front of the customer, but no. Yeah, at that point, making me apologize to somebody who just sneezed on my face, you are out of your mind. And, he's like, "Yeah, you owe her an apology." And she's like, "Yeah, see, your boss knows how to run a business, so I would apologize if you want to keep your job, young man." And, the owner, like, looks at the lady and he's like, "If you don't apologize, then, like, you can take your stuff and leave." She's not kidding, because the guy's just sitting there not apologizing to this girl because he's not going to apologize for this. And sure enough, the guy looks at her and is like, yo, I'm sorry that you are so miserable that you just got a kid fired from Subway because you sneezed in his face, you miserable old wench. And she's like, oh my God, the disrespect, oh my God. And the owner's like, that's it, give me your name tag. And like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, giving him that name tag probably felt amazing, dude. I can't imagine what working for somebody that bad would have to be like. Like, I've had some horrible bosses, you know, I've told stories about him here on the channel, but nobody that was ever like, you're about to apologize to somebody who sneezed in your face or you're fired. If that's the case, bye, buddy. I will go work for literally anybody else. I'll go work for Toys R Us. They went out of business, and I'll still go work for them before I work for somebody that's gonna make me do all this. I'm not apologizing to anybody that, like, doesn't respect me for something that I didn't do on purpose. Like, obviously, it's one thing to apologize if you hurt somebody, you know? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I accidentally ran over your foot. Like, oh, that's so sorry. Like, that's an understandable situation to apologize in. But, like, I'm not apologizing because you punched me in the face. Yeah, like, what sense does that make? Hey, listen, the customer is always right. So when they decided to beat you over a frozen turkey in the deli aisle, you should have known that that just came with the job and that the customer was always right. Get out of here with that, dude. You don't owe a Karen an apology, especially if she's going to sneeze in your face and not know that there's anything wrong with that. But on that note, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you taking a second to press the like button, comment something down below. I don't really care what you comment, man. It just helps the video get more views, more engagement, more views, more uploads. You guys know the drill. And yeah, thank you so much for all the support recently. If you really want to support the channel, you can listen to the intro song down below. Get yourself some of the OG Sub Club merch. The intro song is down below, by the way. That's what I meant to say. And use code Scrubby at the G Fuel checkout if you guys want some awesome gamer fuel. And yeah, on that note, follow me on Twitter at Scrubby_69, Instagram at Scrubby, and hopefully I will see you guys all tomorrow with another video. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. I'm gonna go sneeze on some minimum wage workers and then try my best to get them fired because I'm a horrible person whose husband probably doesn't love me. And yeah, on that note, I'll see you guys all next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.